So I found a book that I think that I need to buy. It's called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read by, I think it's Jesse Ventura. Um, and I'm really excited to read about it. It talks about some stuff that I, didn't know. Like one of the things that he alluded to, Jesse Ventura alluded to on this interview about the book, was the fact that I guess John F. Kennedy was either trying to pull us out of the Vietnam War, or he thought it was fruitless, and then he died, and then there was an incident which was now found out to be something that didn't actually happen. And because of that incident, Lyndon Johnson sent more ground troops into Vietnam, which we all know was one of the dumbest wars that we ever fought. I didn't know that. I know a lot of people think that John F. Kennedy was killed because, he was friendly towards black people at a time when that was unpopular. I mean, there's many reasons why people think that John F. Kennedy was killed, but now this adds another thing to the list, and that's because the CIA wanted him to, actually, he said that there's documents, and this is in his book, that the CIA wanted him to stage an attack against Miami and pretend that Cuba had did it, and he didn't want to do it. Obviously, we know from September 11th that that's something that the CIA likes to do. So that may be a reason why he was murdered. Who knows? But either way, it sounds like a good book to read, and I'm ready for it. I also did some research on, I think his name is Banner, Mr. Banner, and the WikiLeaks, just very briefly. I bought a movie on iTunes, but I can't watch it because I don't have enough space on my 6 gig iPhone to download it. So it's just sitting out there in cyberspace. So I've been waiting to watch it so that I can get all the information. But it seems that this young man has now been caught, and they have been doing psychological torture on him, and maybe even more. And it seems like, the leaks are just what the government deserved, excluding the people who were in the other countries working alongside of the United States government and were providing them information, because, that's very sad that they had to leave their countries. And nobody wants to see that. I'm sure he didn't anticipate that that was going to happen when he did his leaks. It sounds like he was just mad about, don't ask, don't tell. But it sounds like that's what deserved to happen, I just think I always get really sad. I try not to do any research. People don't think that the conspiracy stuff is true, but there's so many unanswered questions that deep down inside that it's true. It's just like a test, It's like, well, I didn't fail the test because I didn't answer those questions, but you didn't answer them, you still fail. I don't know if that really relates, but I think sometimes you're just getting tired. You don't want to know. I looked up the stuff about the blood moon. I don't want to know about the blood moon. I don't want to think about the fact that, I don't know if anybody knows, that not necessarily the blood moon, but a dark and bloody moon is something that has been mentioned in Revelations as a sign of the end times, along with an agreement of peace in the Middle East. Those are signs that the end is coming. So nobody wants to think of the end coming. Nobody wants to think of giant bugs coming out of the ground and chopping their heads off and, not being able to buy, sell, or anything like that. But, I guess it's got to happen sometime. I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen today. But anyways, once I read those books, I'll give you a review, and, I don't know. Hopefully it won't be too depressing. If you have any questions or anything that you want me to answer, just put it in my comments. I'm not really posting this for anybody necessarily to watch my channel. There's nothing really specific that my channel's about. I'm kind of just having like, it's almost like a daily journal where I just get on here and I just talk about the stuff that's going on in my life at the time. Also, if anybody has any tips on potty training a little girl, I'd be interested in hearing it. All right, have a good day.